And El President.
Thank you. And now the meeting has been called to order on January 29th. Can you believe it? We made it January. Can you believe it? We made it to December.
I think it's December still, but it's okay.
Yeah. What's a month among friends?
January coming that I'm on December 29th, and you all know it's December 29th. But anyway,
Now we do.
It's an exciting time for us because we made it through this year, and it's not the most easy year we've ever had. I don't know if Dennis Wong is on yet.
He just got on, yeah.
Did he just get on? Thank you. Dennis, we want to tell you how proud we are of your article in the latest issue of the Rotarian magazine. And right there it says, a member of the Rotary E-Club of World Peace, District 5330, Dennis Wong is a co-founder of the Rotary Action Group for Peace. But what really got me, Dennis, was not only your beautiful article, but what you said at the end. And that's my dream. And you said, I envision a time when in people's minds, the name of Rotary is equated with peace building, conflict transformation, because peace is a human right. And I just love this article. Thank you. And all of you who, when you get your magazine, go right to page 35 and you'll see Dennis's article. Well, tonight we have quite an evening for you, and I'm glad you're all on. We're going to ask you to, I hope you've had a chance to read your bylaws. We're going to ask you to approve the bylaws. We're going to have David introduce our new slate of officers for his presidency, and I hope you'll wave when he calls your name or whatever you do. And then we'll go right into making sure that what we have is what you want from our Rotary Club. And we're going to share some of the stories from some of our members about how they're bringing peace into their lives and how it is working for them. But I found out something today. I keep pondering, why have so many of my friends been resilient during this pandemic? And they did a big research project, and there are two words that tell you why. And it is emotional flexibility. If you have emotional flexibility, that means you can handle the joy, the happiness, and peace, along with the anger, the resentment, and everything else that you may be feeling. But underneath all of that, you have this emotional flexibility, which is to seek joy. So I thought, well, maybe that's why they have survived so well, because they have that flexibility and the joy of peace and happiness. So I just wanted to share that. I just read this on the internet this morning and I got pretty excited. All right, let's go and have a roll call. Rudy, if you don't mind, please.
Oh, great. Thanks, Barbara. Thanks, Barbara. Karen and I are sporting our Happy New Year's hats. We're going to use them about 3 times this week. That's all good. We want to get rid of this year and move into the next one.
Yeah, I guess it's getting old hat, huh, Rudy?
Yeah, old hat. That's we used them about 5 years ago, actually, so that's all good. So
yeah, it still looks good. Still looks good.
Yeah, so
it's improved with age.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but we'll see if they improve with age. There's Dominique, and we have a new visitor coming in here tonight. Here we go. Okay. David, good to see you. Sharon, as always, great to see you. And Asha, good to see you tonight. Irene, as always, keeping the flame burning in Ashland. Greg is in his normal position there. Good to see you, Greg. Marcia, how's everything with you?
Good. Very good. I go get an antibody test tomorrow.
Oh.
See if I have the antibodies.
So you, okay, well.
Yeah, they'll might take my blood and give it to other people or something.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Peggy is got her Christmas view behind her there. Peggy, you doing okay?
Just fine.
Jack is keeping things strong over in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
Belinda, good to see you tonight. Belinda, we're gonna have to have her cook for us. She keeps posting these things on Facebook where she made her own pizza crust and everything. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to drive over there and have some.
You're learning new things as you're staying home.
I know, I can't leave. Stuck here.
Yeah, you can't be stuck.
When things get better, yes, I will bring something to the potluck for you guys.
There you go. Dominique, how are you?
I am fine, thank you. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Terry, how are you
Hello.
tonight?
I'm good.
Ken Block, a new visitor tonight, invited by David. How are you?
Good, good, Rudy. Thank you for having me.
Hey,
Yeah, you can. Cool.
David.
great to have you with us.
Yeah, good.
You'll see how crazy we are tonight. David Churchman, how are you?
All well here and hello, everybody.
What's your background?
I couldn't have it, but let me see if I can.
Got it behind in there. David, where are you located? I lost me. Hey, Lisa, how are you?
Thank you. Hey, Rudy.
Mary Jo, how are you tonight?
Just fine, Rudy. I like your hat.
Thanks. Marilyn, how are you? Marilyn just got done with 10 days without internet. I'm not sure if we could do that, but we'll see. Arnold, how are you?
Life is good, thank you.
Super. Arthur, you doing okay?
Oh, yeah, hold on a second. Yes, I just got, oh, sorry. There we go. I was very thrilled to get a reply from Shekar, the upcoming Rotary International president, who watched our film and really liked it and sent me a very nice email about it. And he quoted John Lennon's Imagine There Are No Countries. And it was a great letter, so I felt very happy to have him see the film.
That's
You want to
great.
share it with us, the letter?
Sure, sure I can. Let's see, maybe I can copy into the chat. I'll see if I can do that during the meeting.
Okay,
You
great.
could do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
I mean,
or-
for
Or I
next
can
week.
just forward it to you. And,
Yeah,
well,
we can get it out to everybody,
I'll put it
whatever.
in the chat.
There you go.
All right.
Josiah has been burning the candle at both ends, not only working on the music side, but getting meals for those in need and Christmas gifts for children. And Josiah, you're an awesome man out there. So I know you're gonna need your rest.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. Good to be with you.
Yeah.
Glad to see you.
Thank you, Dave.
Get some vitamin C in you. Anya,
Oh, yeah.
how are you?
Great, thank you. Nice to be here.
Great to have you with us. Dennis, holding down the fort in Connecticut. All's well.
Hey.
Yeah, Sala, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Love in Seattle.
And Tim, how are you? How's things in Iowa?
Good. We've only got about 8 inches of snow, but
I'll send you some.
I'll still be shoveling all day tomorrow.
Be careful.
I see Dominique is here.
Yes, Dominique's here. Brian, how are you?
Guys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. I'm well. I had 5 days of a crashed computer that I've been working on, and I've finally got it back today.
And you're all better now?
It's better now. Thank you.
So you had
Look
a
at you have this speech. Isn't that beautiful?
Martin, how are you? Scotty Kloss?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in there. You get rid of all your trees?
Yeah, now we have to go pick them back up again.
There you go. Michael, how are you? You're muted, Michael. Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Yeah, we're doing great as well. I don't know how many here know Jessie LeGros. She works with the CDC, but also
I do. I do.
Jessie had posted on Facebook that a friend and his daughter were kidnapped down in Haiti.
Yes.
And
He's released.
he's released,
They
right?
are released. They are released yesterday.
Yeah. They had to put up a bunch of money, but they got released. But
Yeah. And I think there were some snipers involved.
Wow.
Government probably. Yeah. It's really bad. Going out, no one knows if you're coming back.
yeah, so be careful.
I am. And if you do not see me as often, it's because sometimes we don't have electricity. Even with the solar panels, it gets really bad.
Right.
But hopefully it will get better.
we'll keep our fingers crossed there for you and
Thank you.
stay.
When are you coming to visit the States again?
I did visit. I did come because the state is my second home. I did
Right.
come last week. I spent a week, but I have a mother who's 94 years old with COVID on the rise really, because of the cold. And I have also a brother who's a Down syndrome, 65 years old. So I have to keep the fort somehow, but I'm doing my Rotary work. Whereas this week I'm sending 2 kids to school. I'm being helped. I was being helped with one of them was under the wobble, and H3 Mission helped me. We keep doing the work, and hopefully one day my dream is to have stretch ambulance and a health center in Kiskov. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for a lot.
Well, all we can say to you is thank you. Thank you.
We
So
had-
you're looking for an ambulance there, you say?
Stretch ambulance because they don't have any roads there.
Yeah.
Oh,
We used to have a hospital, Hôpital de Fermat, but because of COVID, the people are not doing anything. They are not giving anything to help the hospital. It's dire need. They have nothing up there.
Yeah.
So I got friends of mine send clothes, warm clothes for them. It's really hard. It's really hard.
Sounds awful.
Okay. Well, keep the faith there. This
I am.
this
Thank
week.
you. Thank you all.
This week.
thank you. Thank you.
In our Rotary district, we lost 2 members to COVID. Stan Gabriel, who lived up here in our local community, was in his 80s, came down with COVID and passed away in less than a week. And El Romer, who was down in Marietta Rotary Club, came down also, and I just saw today that he'd passed away. So
Oh my.
keep our friends and families close, and share your love with them every day, because we don't know when the next day is, and this COVID is really tough right now. So
I just lost somebody in Uganda that I was working with through Malaria Partners.
yeah, it's
From COVID or malaria?
Yeah, no, COVID.
yeah. So it's pretty tough
Well,
out there.
drink the tea. Drink the teas, please. Drink them. I'll post them.
So glad everybody's here. Oh, and Julie, I missed Julie. Hey, Julie.
Hi, how are you? Sorry.
I didn't mean to give everybody bad news here, but keep our folks in your thoughts and
Thank you.
prayers,
Not everybody.
and reach out to everybody. Barbara, back to you.
All right. As you heard, we are going to look at the bylaws. And we have the bylaws that include, and I'm sorry Catherine's not on, because she was the one that wanted us to have corporate membership. And so now that's in the bylaws, as well as if somebody wants us to co-sponsor one of their events, then that's also in the bylaws and what we have to look for when we do that. So is there any discussion for the bylaws before I ask for a motion to approve the bylaws?
Approve.
Looks good to me.
All right, hearing none. And I'm going to go back and look at everybody's face because I can see now everybody's here. All right, I am open. Sorry? Okay.
Sala raised her hand.
Sala, please.
I don't get to vote. I just want to hear after you voted, if you could describe a little bit what corporate membership is.
Okay, I will.
All right. Anybody else? And okay, then I'm open for somebody to make the motion to approve the bylaws.
I will make a motion to approve the bylaws.
Thank you, Karen.
Okay, second.
Thank you, Jack. Now, all those in favor, please raise your hand so we can see. And if you're not a member, just know we will. You'll be a member someday. Okay. And then I see everybody's hand. Anybody opposed? Abstentions? Okay, we only have, I think we're all ready to go then. It looks like it's pretty unanimous, and I want to thank you. Now, Sala had a question about corporate membership. All right. Rudy, would you like to talk about that a little bit?
I'll
Or I
say-
can get my copy of my bylaws.
Yeah, I've got it here in front of me.
All right. Thank you. Thanks for a lot, Sala.
Corporate membership is Karen, can you mute yourself? I'm getting some feedback.
Oh, sure.
Please, thank you.
Lost her head.
Yeah, there. She disappeared. Okay. Obviously, we use these off. There's a kind of a set that you can go. This suggested corporate bylaws for corporate membership. It fits into our regular membership here. There's qualifications, and part of that is having high ethical standards. Secondly, they would have to be approved by the board, just like we do with members coming into the club. And the organizations that come in designate at least one primary corporate member and a second additional member who's also a member or employee of that organization. The dues will be the same as our individual dues, $240 a year for the primary and each additional one. And but we do have a line in there that changes in dues may be applied when approved by the board of directors. So we can change those dues in the future. Each member that comes in is entered in there. They'll be a member of our club, and they'll count into our club and Rotary's database. So they're entered in at Rotary.org in our district. They are active dues paying members, so they get to vote, and they're eligible to hold office in our club. And we will be, for all corporate organizations, we'll be adding a spot on our website to add corporate members in there with a link to their website. And in addition to that, David and Barbara and I talked yesterday that I would like for our members, if you have a nonprofit, like Lisa has, Police to Peace, and David and Irene, Ashland Culture of Peace, and so forth. We'll have a section, either I'll add that under your name about Meet Our Members, so you can link back to your nonprofit in peace that you're working with, and make a connection that way if you have a website, or if additional way that we can connect there with that. And so we can help promote your peace work that you're doing outside of Rotary, as well as this. So keep that in mind. And like I say, we will get those on the website. Additionally, for those folks that presented at the 2020 and 2016 Peace Conferences, we have a Nonprofit Solutions for Peace Foundation. And I'd also like to use that site to help promote nonprofits in these variety of areas that have solutions in these related areas. And so we'll look at connecting to get those up, and kind of like a database, a resource base for peace work in a variety of these areas. So those are going to become available to us here in the new year to help continue to grow these things. That answer, Sala, was that okay? Or
Yeah, and they do this in Ghana and not so much here in this country. For one reason, one person cannot always come to the meeting. So they have 2 or 3 people so that somebody's always there. And I think it's great because then they go back to their company or their corporation or whatever and spread the word about Rotary. I think it's a great idea.
And so the first corporate membership that's been approved by the board is for Mediators Beyond Borders International.
Oh, great.
And so Prabha and you see Martin is on here with us tonight, probably be the first 2 members from that organization that'll be part of our club. And so that's, we've got a real close connection there. Mediators Beyond Borders is a partner with Rotary, and becoming a corporate member of our club, we'll be able to do some great work together in the peace arena here and continue to grow in those areas.
That's great.
David, did that answer Barbara?
Oh, you did good. Yeah. I wouldn't change it.
Yep.
Very good. And Sala, I want to thank you for the video you sent us with these young boys and girls dancing.
Isn't that beautiful?
Put it on the chat. I could not, I watched it 4 times. But what was so darling is these children, probably all of 2 feet tall, were dancing like they had lessons, and they were amazing dancers. And then in the back were the parents carrying their loads bringing the water, bringing the wood for the dinner, and the kids were dancing. And I thought, if that is not just perfect, Sala, I want to thank you for sharing that. So,
Welcome, it's from my home.
so beautiful. All right, David, I'd like to ask you to give us a little update on, have you talked to all these people? Do they want to be on the board for 21? And
Every one of them.
all
I've
right,
talked with everybody, and we're all on board.
our president-elect, David Wick, is going to introduce the board of directors for 2021 and 2022. Go ahead, David.
Well, this is really fantastic. As some of you know, over this last year, I've been to a number of different learning and training experiences with the district on the Rotary International level. And one of the themes that is is about rejuvenation of Rotary. It's our current Rotary international president was talking about, look at our Rotary Club and Rotary from top to bottom. And it's about, where are we now and where are we going? And this club, the E-Club, has an amazing role and is really seen in high regard within Rotary. Rotary is huge, as we know, but this club is seen as really in high regard. And it's new. It's since 2016 with Rudy and Barbara and a couple others that founded this. And so it's only, 4 years old, but five, so it's just taking off. And what we've been doing is laying the foundation for this. And the people that are here, that's so amazing. Each one of you has done some amazing peace building work in the world and having high impact. And just having this gathering together is incredible. So moving on, we're building the foundation now and moving on to the next year and just beyond, and pull together this leadership team. And these are the people who said yes. So they'll put their oar in the water and to really help us move forward in very creative new ways. So I want to introduce our this is a combination of the board of directors and some of the chairs. We have some new chairs on here. And I've asked each person just to say with a minute, just really keep it tight about yourself, about your vision or what you're bringing to the table, bringing to the party. So let's just go ahead. So with myself, I've been, in the peace building arena plus the corporate world for 30, 40 years. And I see this is a real peak time for me to help bring together all the experiences and the skills I've developed to really have a major impact in the leadership in the peace building arena. So the next would be the president-elect. This is going to be the year after me, is Lisa Broderick. So Lisa, please introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa Broderick. I'm Executive Director of Police to Peace. I presented here to this club 2 years ago and fell in love with the people and the mission. I woke up one day years ago with the heart of a peacemaker and peace builder and founded an organization which unites police departments and communities in programs that uplift and heal them both around the country. David has been a wonderful inspiration. Rudy, Barbara, so many of you have helped Police to Peace grow in its work around the country, and I'm thrilled to be part of the organization in any way that I can contribute.
Yay, thank you, Lisa. So, and the person who will be our past president next year, Barbara.
Oh, thank you. I've been having such a good time being president, and I'm delighted the way David has incorporated a 2-year program so that we can work together. So when I'm all done with my presidency, I'll be a co-president more or less, but David will be the man in charge. But it's just wonderful to be president of the Rotary Club of World Peace. And so many people know about us now, thanks to each of you.
And secretary, who's been the core person for the E-Club, is Rudy. Rudy, please introduce yourself again.
Oh, I think everybody knows me. And Jack likes my minutes from the board's meeting. I get them out pretty quickly. But
Yeah.
You're
please,
fast.
I just look forward, folks here getting all their information into me. And please go to our website. And under one of the tabs down there, it's Meet Our Members. And if you're, for some reason, don't have your photo up there, or you want to change it, or you want to change your bio, or you want to have a bio up there, please send those to me so I can get them up on the website. And there's also one in there on books and movies, those kind of things. So I put a listing of books around peace and books. Many of our members have are authors, so I put information up there. So if you see something you want to get to me that we can get out and share, please let me know.
And Rudy has been a key person getting us well known with Rotary International on high levels within the organization. And then our treasurer is Terry Felix. Hello, Terry.
Hey, everybody. So I have been asked to continue as treasurer, which I have agreed to do. There will be one big change, which I discussed with David, and we decided that it would not impact in any way on my being able to serve as treasurer. I am going to be relocating to the East Coast. It's kind of been my plan for several years, and I hope to be moved to Georgia before the new year, the new Rotary year begins. So I hope to expand. My job also is youth service chair or co-chair to getting some projects and stuff going in that area, and be able to just expand the reach of our club and get things going in other areas. So we are truly a globally spanning club with our projects and our membership.
Yes, it's very grateful that you're continuing as the treasurer as well as with the chair with the youth. So thank you, Terry. So now the specific chair area is the Rotary Foundation co-chairs, and this is wonderful. We have 3 co-chairs to really move. Rotary Internet and Rotary Foundation is a key major part of Rotary, and we're going to be all the more engaged. So Peggy Asio is our first, and she is a pro in this area. So Peggy, please say hello.
So I think the main thing I bring is some background, kind of you're in with the Rotary Foundation. I can generally find the resources, find the answers, find the speakers. I think that's the real strength, but I'm thrilled that David was able to recruit some co-chairs to expand those, and I'm going to hand this back to David to let him take it from there.
Okay, so Karen Westveld, who has multiple hats, well, she doesn't even have one on right now, but she has multiple hats here, and one of them is the co-chair with the Rotary Foundation. So please, Karen.
Wait, I was so busy with my hat, I didn't hear your last words. What was the last thing you said I do?
Just please introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Karen Westervelt, and my passion is the youth. But I'm going to help with the Rotary Foundation. And I'm going to be asking all of you to make sure that you donate to the foundation. You like that, Peggy?
Starting already. There you go. Great.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well, you'll hear a lot more from Karen, and she has multiple roles, like I had mentioned. And the other person who's the Rotary Foundation co-chair is Asha Ashkan. So are you here? And please say hello.
Hi everyone, can you all hear me? Yeah.
Yes.
My name is Asha, and I am a Rotary Peace Fellow alum from Duke University. But before that, I worked with the UN and Nonviolent Peace Force in conflict countries like Sudan and South Sudan on peace building, conflict resolution, and human rights. My focus was on women and children, children in armed conflict. I'm really thankful to David and Barbara and Rudy for this wonderful opportunity, especially to David for this opportunity. I'm like really looking forward Rotary is one of the organizations that is around the world, and how we can support communities in building peace, especially community-based peace, and also in how can we bring more youth and youth into this Rotary so that they can take up their role in peace building around the world. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward.
Yeah, beautiful. So happy that you're with us. Great. Thank you, Asha. So our next area is membership, co-chairs. Membership, bringing people in, but it's also how we engage with each other. I mean, we have such an incredible, rich group gathering here. So we have 3 co-chairs. So the first is Julie Boswell. Hello, Julie.
Hi, I'm happy to be asked to be one of the membership co-chairs. I've been so impressed with what President Barbara has had as a goal, is to recruit. How many women have joined in your year so far?
I don't know, but that's an excellent question, and I'll count. I have the membership list. I'll count them. Thank you.
Well, I was looking at the faces here, and I see that we have so many women in Rotary. And I think back to when I first heard of Rotary, I was an exchange student, and they didn't have women in the States. In Rotary, as you know, they had Rotary Anns. Do you remember? Does anybody remember the Rotary Anns? Mm-hmm. And I looked at that, and I look at the slate that President-elect David is putting together of many women in chair positions, and that's kind of an interesting place that we find ourselves in just 40 years. I think that's a really a good thing to talk about in terms of membership and diversity, and I'm excited about being part of it. Membership.
Yeah, well, great, thank you. I also just want to mention that people have the different areas as chairs, as a focal area, but this is our leadership team. We're going to function as part of the co-creative in many different areas. So this is our team. So the other membership co-chairs I'm delighted to have is Mary Jo Larson. And Mary Jo, hello.
Hello, everyone. So, I'm relatively new to Rotary. I was inspired to join Rotary by Al Jubitz, who received the Ambassador MacDonald Award from our Carter School at George Mason University. And he defined, I asked him how he defined peace building, and he said it's a form of diplomacy. It's a skill. It literally requires continuous learning. And I think what's really caught my attention about this group is how much I've learned from the time that I've been with this group, from every single presenter, and also the types of questions and discussions. So I'm really pleased to be involved in this group. I think it will be easy to recruit individuals to join this group, and I look forward to helping to kind of galvanize the energy and the expertise of Rotary towards some specific goals. So thanks very much for inviting me.
Absolutely, thank you, Mary Jo. And as Rudy has mentioned, most people have a bio on the website. Go take a look at what Mary Jo's done. Like everyone else, just quite remarkable. And then also the co-chair of membership is Dr. Kanadi, and had a wonderful talk with Dr. Kanadi, and what he's done, and just like awesome. You should see his video around the tea farmers in, I think it's Kenya, with Dr. Kanadi. Are you here?
He was.
Yep.
Oh, maybe not. Dr. Kanadi? All righty, well then move right along. I'm sorry he's not here.
Oh, he is.
He is here.
He's
Tonight.
got a Santa hat on. Do you see him?
I don't see him anymore, but he was here though.
Yeah, he's
You
here.
might have to
Oh,
put
here
some-
he is. There he is.
Yeah.
I see him.
Can you say hello?
Wave at us.
Dr. Kanadi, can you speak?
Mr. Kanadi. It's like Star Trek. We're trying to find you.
We can't hear you.
I think his internet's.
There we go. I can see him now.
Whoop.
Oh. Hello?
Okay,
Hello?
disappearing. Well, we
His
don't.
camera was frozen.
Yeah. Well, you can.
Okay.
He's
maybe
probably
go back to him after.
Yeah, I'll come back. So
Yep, there he is.
There he is, our darling Kanadi.
Hello?
We can hear you.
No, can't hear you.
His internet keeps going.
No. We cannot hear you, so maybe you could call in. Use the call-in number. Okay. Well, I'm going to move on, and then see if we can come back to you. So then the service club service administrative chair is Karen,
Oh,
and that's keeping things rolling in
Oh.
behind the scenes. So thank you, Karen, for doing that.
also, club
Yep.
service means getting people together. And as soon as we can, and it's warm enough, we're going to have a party at our house.
Yay, we'll be there. So the next is the community service co-chairs, community service. So Josiah Bruni and Josiah, another amazing person. Hello. Josiah, here you
Good
go.
evening.
There you
Hi.
are.
Here he is.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sure.
Hi, thank you. I met Rudy and his wife, I think 2-3 years ago at a World Peace Conference, and we instantly fell in love. We just started talking, and the world is so small. We were doing work in Haiti together with our dear brother Nyron, and my partner that I was at the World Peace Conference with was the young lady. She owns the Bear Lodge where you guys would have meetings before. So the connection instantaneous, and we connected instantly, and have ever since I've joined. It's like I've been on fire. So I look forward to working with you all, to bringing more community service projects to this E-Club, and to bringing more peace around the world, and more projects to serve communities. So I thank you all, and I look forward to working with you. If you don't know me, I am the CEO and founder of Music Changing Lives. We teach kids how to own their intellectual properties through music, art, fashion, film, and more. If you were able to join us at the last Rotary conference in Ontario, you've seen some of our students perform that evening. And so I so look forward to getting back to those and just music and art world. So thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Look forward to more. Absolutely. Dr. Kanadi, you're here.
He's there. I see his little hat.
Can you say hello?
I can't tell if he's muted.
No.
I would keep going on, Dave.
Yeah. Okay. And then with the service co-chair, Tim Liederman.
Hi. Many of you probably don't know much about me. I don't speak very much. I think I have a little better connection now. When I was young, which I can barely remember, peace was you go out and you protest war, and when the war finally ends, then you have peace. But now I've learned that you don't have lasting peace without justice. And my life my career was working with and for Native Americans. So that's still a big focus of my life. After all these centuries, we don't have justice for indigenous people anywhere in the world that I know of. And I hope that Rotary can form more of the kind of collaboration and dialogue with indigenous people like we heard about, I think it was just last week.
Yes.
And that, you know, it ties in with my other life focus, and that is climate change. I'd like to die thinking and actually seeing that I did something to leave a better world for my grandchildren. So if we do justice to indigenous people and help them get back, return more of the land to them, that will have climate change, effects, good effects. Just as if we empower women, we will also have tremendous impact on climate change. You can read about that in a book called Drawdown.
Right.
They really are major components of reducing and reversing climate change.
And we will learn more from you about this as we go, with a particularly focus on community service. Thank you, Tim, very, very much. Okay, moving on to the International Service Chair is Chantal. Is Chantal here?
I don't think she's on tonight.
Okay, so Chantal, she is also a Peace Fellow, and another great person who's going to lead us forward here. Vocational Service is Jack Friedlander. So Jack, real quick, please.
Sure, I'll go quick. Yeah, I had close to 40 years of experience as a researcher and senior administrator in community colleges, and I retired about 3 years ago. When people ask me what it's like to be retiring, I go, well, if you see me talking to myself, I'm having a staff meeting. But anyway, what I hope to do this year is connect us with universities and Rotary International Peace Centers that have programs in peace studies and conflict resolution. I think it's important that we know what kind of research they're doing, kinds of students they attract and jobs the students move into, and to see how they're applying theory to practice, and also for us to have a chance to influence the kinds of research they do if we think what they're doing isn't quite aligned with what we need. So I'd see, and also recognizing top students, in these programs, many of whom go on to work with NGOs involved with peace and conflict resolution. So that's it, David. It's a quick overview.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Yeah, Jack's a terrific guy working with us. So youth service chairs are Terry and is one of them, and also Belinda. So Belinda, please say hello.
Hi, everyone. So I just want to thank David for letting me continue to be youth service co-chair with Terry. I'm going to miss her, but I'm sure that we can continue working together. And just looking forward to getting to know all of you. You guys are truly an inspiration. And, thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Karen and Rudy, for starting this. And I'm just delighted to see how much we have grown as a club. And I truly, truly, truly feel blessed to be part of this group. Thank you.
Yeah, well, wonderful. Thank you. And so the programs chair is Karen. You've heard from Karen. Brands and the PR area, Rudy and myself, you've heard from us. The Peace Building Club chair, which is a new area, is Catherine Ross of Bonaparte Bunt, and she's in Australia, and she's not here. Is that correct?
I don't see.
Yeah, she's
No.
not on tonight.
And so she's from Australia, and she's just doing a great job of making connections with us as other peace building clubs. So a new area is fantastic is Social Justice Chair. Social Justice Chair and Dennis Wong. Dennis on the East Coast.
Yay. Thank you. Actually, one of my friends, a guy named Albert Einstein, said, striving for social justice is the most valuable thing to do in life.
We feel very strongly about that with our film
And
festival. Sorry I'm late. But,
everybody,
Yeah, we're introducing people right now, Carol.
oh, okay, good, because I've
Yep.
been busy today.
Yep.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, Dennis?
anybody want to speak up? Anyway, you're invited. We're having sort of an informal get together tomorrow on Zoom.
What time?
At 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you're interested, just send me an email and I'll send you the link. So again, just an informal get together, talk about what we think, what we'd like to do for the coming year. And everyone's invited. And but I look forward to a very successful New Year 2021 for this club, for Rotary, and for everybody. So thank you.
Thank you, Dennis. And this is a whole very important area that's getting a whole lot more attention within Rotary and social justice. This is great. So a new area, brand new area, and it's the only one in the world. This is the only chair that is in the world, and we have it here, Olympian thinking chair. We have an Olympian in our club. She is going to light everybody's fire and bring in amazing Olympians from around the world. So Marilyn King.
Thank you. So I ended my Olympic career after my third Olympic team would have been 1980. And 3 years later, I had one thought that changed the rest of the course of my life. And I thought, what would it be like if people the world over thought about peace the same way Olympic athletes think about gold medals? There'd be a level of specificity and precision and would up-level, their effectiveness. And I always knew that Olympians are around the world and we could, do something with global systemic change, and that partnering with the Rotary would be a really good idea that I explored. I never imagined that there was such a thing, or that I would be invited by David to be part of the E-Club of World Peace. So I'm really ecstatic. And if you want a little jump start on what does it mean to think like an Olympian about world peace, I'll give you 3 little hints. Be clear about the goal. Be clear about your role. And what is your most effective daily practice? And I'll give you a hint. So the way I think about it is, like, what if there were a global Olympic village? Because in the Olympic village, every race, religion, political persuasion, and we lived in peace together. So I think about a global Olympic village. And if that doesn't communicate for you, what I do with people who are lay people is I use what Dr. King said as a specific way to think about peace. And he said, I have the audacity to believe that people everywhere can have 3 meals a day for their bodies, education and culture for their minds, and freedom and dignity for their spirits. So I expect to bring a lot of my Olympian friends and a lot of people who know about my peace work into the E-Club of World Peace. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Marilyn.
Fantastic. That's really exciting. Very definitely.
I'm
excited.
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
that's great. And I do remember now that Catherine was not going to be here. She sent me information about, so she's going to be representing us 2 other peace building clubs, and with some of the projects that we're doing and engaged with. And she has established herself with the Rotary Rotary Action Group for Peace. And so she's going to be our liaison with all these different entities within Rotary, which is going to be great. So let me just check one more time. Dr. Panati, are you available? Can you talk to us?
I think I am available now because
You're here.
I am going through my cell phone. My computer, for some reason, I couldn't get through. Yeah, I am excited to be invited to serve with Mary Jo and Julie as co-persons for the membership. I think it's, we are all excited about peace, obviously, as members of this club. But I think it's also necessary to think about what we can do for peace. I know we all do different things for peace as individuals, as maybe NGOs as well. But is there something we can do for as club members to really have projects that are directed for peace? And so I am interested in trying to find out what the members are want to do and how they can do that. And the second part to that desire is also to bring in more members who are diverse and from different parts of the world.
Absolutely. So wonderful. I'm just so delighted that we'll be working together with you. And just to give you a quick example of the attraction of this e-club, I had a call 2 days ago with a dear friend who I worked with in 1970, creating a youth services organization. And just talked to him a bit about the e-club. He says, I want to be there. I want to check it out. So this is Ken Block. So Ken, he said, I want to show up. So here's Ken.
I wish you hadn't said 1970.
I didn't hear you. So
am I on mute?
No, you go ahead. Yeah.
I said I wish you hadn't said 1970.
Oh yeah, right. Yes.
Okay, 70.
Yes. Right. So delighted. So Barbara.
I've been sitting while you have all been talking and kind of roaming through some pretty impressive resumes. I'm very interested in. I'm just learning what you're doing, and you know, to me, talking about peace would be like, you know, being against peace would be like arguing against clean water. So I'm just going to take it in for the moment and see where this goes.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
Welcome.
By the way, Barbara, I'm down in Camarillo.
Are you? We're close by. Good.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
Barbara, back to you.
Oh, thank you. I want to have a round of applause for all of our new members who will be joining us in 21, 22, and to thank each of you for your devotion and your dedication to the job that you will be doing. You know, this is what I am so proud of, that we have committees that actually perform, do things. You know, once upon a time, Rotary was top down, but now I think it's all of us working together, and that's what I love about Rotary. We're going to have a couple of stories. You know, Rotary is about doing things, but first I wanted to have Marilyn repeat those three things. The three things were, go ahead, Marilyn, repeat those three items again.
Unmute yourself.
A future.
Yeah, one really simple way to think about how Olympians think about peace is, number one, be clear about the goal.
Mm-hmm.
You know exactly when, where, what, how it was going to take to win the gold. So are we that clear about peace? Number two, be clear about your role in that. And then number three, we know that practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect. So it's up-leveling your daily practice to impact peace.
Thank
the goal, your role, and daily practice.
Goal, your role, and daily practice. And I wanted her to repeat that because each of you who are now chair people and co-chair people, that's what you have to do. You know, somebody told me once, you don't teach algebra by having a speaker come in and say, today I'm going to teach you all about algebra, X, Y, Z, and all of those. And the person's looking at this person like, where are you coming from? I don't even know what algebra is. Well, we have that same issue with a lot of peace these days. People don't understand that they can bring peace to the planet. So I wanted her tell us again. You have to have that goal. You have to be thinking peace all the time. And I know if I don't think peace, it's not a good day. I always have peace. What can I do for peace? If I'm in the grocery store, wherever I am, and I haven't been too many places lately. So I think peace when I look at all of you. And what is my role? My role is to communicate. And what I try to do is perfect my communication. So if somebody says, what does peace mean? To me, it starts with me. Peace begins with me and begins with my thinking and what I do for peace day in and day out. So I just wanted to repeat those 3 wonderful Olympian preparations for our years. Irene, could you talk a little bit about what peace means to you and how you implement it in your community? Are you open for that, Irene?
Well, Ms. President, I'm just going to briefly express what I have done quickly. I am in Ashland, Oregon. I am the partner of our president-elect, David Wick. So in 2015, I had a chance encounter with the World Peace Flame in Wales. And knowing the history of the Native American and the Chinese in Oregon, I was very inspired to bring the World Peace Flame to Ashland for ancestral healing. So we installed the World Peace Flame Monument, which is behind me, in Ashland, Oregon. And last year, I was invited to give an invocation at the Oregon State Senate at the beginning of their session. So I'm going to read my invocation for everyone, and it only takes a minute. 7 sacred flames from 5 continents were flown live to Wales, united and became the World Peace Flame. A chance encounter in Wales, I brought the World Peace Flame to Ashland, and it was installed on the Southern Oregon University campus. I am the flame keeper of the World Peace Flame in Ashland. I am the flame. I now ignite the sacred flame in your heart to be inspired to treat others with compassion, equity, justice, and respect. I trust you to be the integral part of our community to cultivate the culture of peace by adhering to your moral compass, transcending social and economic class, race, and religion, and to ensure a safe and sustainable world for the next 7 generations and beyond. You are the flame, a beacon to guide your family, to lead our community, and therefore the world, to cultivate the culture of peace.
Marilyn,
Doesn't
that
Wonderful.
summarize
Beautiful.
everything that Marilyn said? Thank you.
That is so
You
beautiful.
just have demonstrated that being in the right place at the right time opens a door. And if you someday she'll tell you the whole story about how the door opened and there was this flame, and how that came to be in Ashland. And as you were talking today, I kept thinking, wouldn't that be cool if we could eventually have, this flame different ways around the world and in our different communities. David, did you want to add anything to the Ashland Culture of Peace on some of the things you're doing there? Not only is Ashland the Culture of Peace started by Ambassador Chaudry,
right,
but you also are a City of Peace.
We are City of Peace has all been part of the Ashland Culture Peace Commission intention of bringing the whole consciousness of what is a culture of peace to all parts, all components of our city, from the city council to the homeless shelter to the police department and the one thing that we did do, which is just again an example, and this was when Lisa Broderick gave her presentation several years ago at this club about Police to Peace. I was inspired, brought that to our chief of police, Ty O'Mara, who then said, yes, I'm interested and proceeded to then embrace the whole program of Police to Peace, which is over about a year and a half ago. That has now been inspired to many other cities that is within Oregon. We were the first within Oregon to embrace Police to Peace. Now it's moving to Portland, to Seattle, to other cities that are hearing about this, but it all started here. So again, there's just one spark that started moving in the peace building. So that's a direct example of peace building that's having a major impact on many people.
Thank you, David. And Lisa, why don't you talk about how you bring the police to peace? Give a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go to Kenodi.
Yeah.
Lisa?
Well, I do speak a lot on this issue. I actually have a poem from Rumi that I open up when I speak, especially when there are uncomfortable conversations to have, which I have a lot of those. And that is, out beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. And when I think about that, and I think about the police and the communities in our country, my heart breaks and aches for so many people who are so harmed in so many ways on both sides. And I will say that police, are people too. And so my dream is that we have policing in communities the way the communities want it. And as David described, one department at a time lights a flame, and then another and another and another. And hopefully we might have an administration that's very supportive of the work, so that peace officer becomes every police department in this country. So thank you, Barbara.
Thank you, Lisa. We're about out of time, but I promised I wanted Kenodi to say something.
Dr. Kenodi, yeah.
Yeah, please say something, Kenodi. Can you say something that'll inspire us to be like you?
I'm not sure that is possible, but I'm going to follow up on what Lisa just shared, because that's what I was thinking about. When we had all the social justice, uproar in the country this last summer, spring, I felt, because I live in a community that is fairly white, and therefore I stand out. I thought, what can I do in terms of how I help bring peace here? And some of you have heard me share the story that my son, just by being in the neighborhood, has been stopped a couple of times by the police.
Whoa.
So I invited myself to the chief of police's office and offered to help with advise the police in our city. And he took it very seriously, that he actually put together an advisory committee or council, which then he went on to recruit many other people in the community. And we just started having monthly meetings. We've just had 2 meetings so far. But I'm quite proud of the fact that he was open to the idea, and he sees the need for the community to engage honestly and openly with one another, not only when there's a problem, but before there is a problem. And that's what I put to him to say, let's start something. There is nothing that has happened in our city. No one has been injured, or nothing has happened here that would cause a problem. But wouldn't it be nice if we started having open dialogue, open communication? And he took it seriously, ran with it, and it's actually happening as we speak. And that committee, that advisory council, as it's called, as far as the chief is concerned, is going to be a help, quite some help for the police department in our city, and I believe so as well.
Well, you're a perfect example of thinking peace all the time and taking the action needed. I could probably ask each of you to tell me what you're doing for peace, and you'd be able to fill up 5 to 10 minutes. I'm so proud of all of us. The peace is really what we bring to the world. Rudy, we're about to close the meeting. Is there any announcements that we need to hear before we do?
Well, we have next week, our speaker is speaking on the Indus Peace Park they're working on between India and Pakistan in a really a tough area over there. So it'll be an interesting discussion next week. And I think I'd like each of you to think about how separately and together, we create peace in our homes and our communities and our schools, and have more reach in this brand new year than we have had before. And you know, we've each can accomplish something individually, but together we can accomplish a great deal. So I just am so thankful for each and every one of you and all of our members here, and what you give to Karen and I, and the peace that you and bring to us. And so Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hey.
And we echo your words, Rudy. And on New Year's Eve, which is 2 days away at 7:30, if you'd like to join our Zoom New Year's Eve, goodbye 2020, hello 2021, you're welcome to join us on my Zoom number. And if you have a pencil, it's just 378, and if not, I'll send me an email, 378-519-7792. 7:30 California time, we're going to have a goodbye to 2020 and a hello 2021. And
Good riddance.
Pardon?
I said it's good riddance of 2020.
I think you're not alone in that opinion. So many people are just ecstatic that 2021 is ending. Well, bless all of you. Happy New Year, as Rudy said, and we wish you the very best and blessings to all of you, right? All right, Rudy, blow that.
Yay!
All right, Happy New Year. Bless
Happy
all
New
of
Year.
you.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Fabulous.
Yay.
Great group.
Congratulations,
Bye.
David.
And congratulations, Carol, you got on. We're so happy.
Oh, right.
Congrats, Dennis.
Christmas Eve, they showed our film on 1.6 million homes in LA.
Wonderful.
And now we're
Beautiful.
full time on that table.
Now,
I'll
you
tell you
were
about
on, right, Dennis Wong, when we talked about your fabulous article in this issue of the magazine Rotarian. I want
Wonderful.
everybody to go to page